Hey guys, hope you guys are doing well. Another vlog, another tournament. This time, this is a league team tournament, and this weekend we were playing in the Chicago CDTA playoffs for the 8-0 and 9-0 mixed doubles leagues. So before we start, throughout the year, there are 3 or 4 different seasons for the USTA league matches. I partook in the tri-level, as you guys probably have saw the national vlog. And, if you haven't, go check them out. It'll be listed in this top right corner. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't really know how this format very well. I just know, coaches usually just tell me that, oh, are you available? Okay, you play. And I just say, okay, yes ma'am, or yes sir. I don't really ask too many questions, but I think, over the years, I think I've started to understand what the format is like. So this is pretty much how the structure of USTA league playoffs are like. To my knowledge, I believe there are 4 different seasons for the mixed doubles leagues. The one I play in are for the tri-level, the 8-0, and the 9-0. I think we were able to win both the winter and the summer leagues for both 8-0 and 9-0. And you're given the option during the playoff season, which is now. I think let's say for us, out of the 2 seasons that we won, winter or summer, we get to decide which teams that we send to playoffs, because you obviously can only play in one team at the playoff. And for both the 9-0 and the 8-0, we sent in our summer teams. Our coaches think that's like the best all-rounded listed teams of, just well-balanced players. And what they do is, what the playoffs is for, at least for districts, for Chicago, I think we had the summer winners play the winter winners, and then the fall winners play against, it's kind of like a round robin. Each team plays against each other. And then, the winner overall is crowned the champion of Chicago, and you represent, CDTA. So this is regionals, and then once you win that, you go to what's called state, where you play, since you're representing Chicago. In Illinois, I think there are 3 separate divisions, Chicago, Northern Illinois, and then Mid-South Illinois. And then next weekend is when those 3 regions will play against each other, and then decide, the winner will decide who represents Illinois in the sectional tournament, which is, I believe, end of the month. So fortunately for the 9-0 side, they didn't need me, so I didn't really plan any matches for 9-0 for this weekend. And because they don't have regionals, state, they don't have state, they automatically qualify into sectionals, which is nice. So we're automatically through to, the end of the month sectional tournament, going to represent as Illinois. 8-0, we were able to win this tournament this weekend, but unfortunately next weekend, I think next Saturday, early morning at 8:30, an hour away at a club that's like an hour away from Schaumburg, we have to play state. So since we're representing Chicago, we'll be playing against Northern Illinois and Mid-South Illinois. And it seems like, out of the 3 divisions, Northern Illinois is seen as like the favorite, the top dog. So we'll definitely be coming in as the underdog. And, at the time of filming, I'm going to need all the support that I can get from friends, from teammates, from family to, try to come out on top and represent Illinois. We only had to play 2 matches today. Today was the 8-0, yesterday was the 9-0. And like I said before, they didn't need me individually to play in the 9-0 lineup, so, they just did their own thing. They swept and, won the tournament yesterday. And then today we were able to play against I think the first round we played against the winter team, and we were able to come out on top, winning that 3-0. Unfortunately, so if you guys remember from the tri-level sectionals from last year from Midwest, in order to record 4 matches at the USTA sectionals, like the playoffs, whatever, I needed special permission from the USTA, print out waivers, get them signed and approved by all the players involved. And unfortunately, the first round, one of the players didn't want to sign, so I was not able to record that match. But I played number 1 doubles with my partner, and we were able to win that 6-2, 6-love pretty comfortably. And then the rest of the teams were able to win on a closer, tighter scoring. So first round we started out pretty well. First round's in the bag. The second round we expected it to be a little bit more tougher. We've had history with this team that, it's gone back and forth. We lost 1-2, we won 2-1, situations like that. And we respect that team a lot. You might have seen some of them on this channel. Rick's team, Rick, Han, Aaron, Bill, all those players I definitely, I fear and respect a lot. So, they're great guys, and they're even better players. So, I was kind of looking forward to playing that match because I knew it was going to be tough, but I knew it was going to be against like good quality players and good humans. So, it's always good to see, people like that advance this far at tournaments, at USTA leagues. So the coach put me at number 3 doubles with my same partner that I played in the first match, and we were able to win that match 6-3, 6-4. And, the 2 people that we played against, Jake and Kira, they were both very, super nice. They were very chill, and, they didn't mind me recording the match. So I was able to get at least one footage. I'll probably combine, the district playoffs, state, and sectionals in one vlog. As a team, we won that match 2-1. Our number two doubles teams came out on top first. I think they won 6-4, 6-1. And then shortly after, we were able to back that up with our win and clinch the tournament championships. Unfortunately, our number 1 doubles team went down to Han and Aaron. They narrowly lost that in the third set super tiebreaker, 8-10. So it was really close, really tight. But we're just happy that we won as a team, and we're advancing. Now that we won the tournament, we advanced to state playoffs, which is next weekend. So we get the whole week, just, rest, focus on our work, on our careers, and for some of us, studies. I'll probably touch on that towards the end of this vlog, but yeah, so far so good. I think we're all playing pretty well, and I think I'm still trying to adjust to my new rackets. Something with the serves today just didn't really click in with me. My flat serves, which I thought I've been serving really well with the new rackets when I first got it. I think the honeymoon's over, the stage is over, so my first flat serves percentage is just trash. So I gotta work on that a little bit. But yeah, that's it for now. I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, it's been about 24 hours after the state playoffs. Even after a day, it's a little tough to swallow this, but unfortunately the 8-0 team, we lost in the finals against the middle south section of Illinois. The day started out pretty early for the majority of us. Our first match was at 8:30 in the morning in Aurora over at Vaughn Tennis Center. From where I live, it was about close to an hour drive. But this time, driving conditions were a lot better. Last weekend in regionals, it was rainstorming, and because of that there was a lot of puddles in the construction zone. Right now Chicago's having, this is like prime time construction season, meaning there's construction almost everywhere you go, so it sucks regardless of if you go take the highway or if you take local streets. So there was a lot of car accidents back then, but this time it was fine. It was a sunny drive, so it was nice and pleasant. Good start of the day. So yeah, we played against the northern part of Illinois in the first round in 8:30. The captain decided not to put me into the lineup, so we've Seisuke, Joe, and Greg play in the lineup with Michelle, Cece, and Emily. And those guys they were playing pretty well from what I've seen, and we were able to win all 3 courts to advance 3-0 to the final. I should probably mention it's a round robin play. There's only 3 teams, so it's not really, considered the final. We just knew we were playing for the championship. So the Northern Illinois team had about an hour break, and then they played the Mid-South Illinois shortly after. Mid-South Illinois was able to beat them 2-1. Northern Illinois was able to win at the number 1 spot, but the number 2 and 3 spots were taken by Mid-South, which clinched them the match. And then came for us around 2:30. That's when they put me in the lineup. They put me as number 1 doubles with Michelle, and they put Seisuke and Cece at 2, and then Masaki and Jessica at 3. I think it was originally scheduled at 3, but everyone was here and the courts were opening up, and matches were going on early, so we were able to get on at 2:30. They put our match on first at 1. And Michelle and I were playing pretty well. I thought Michelle and I played pretty well against the Mid-South team. One of them was a 4-5 and the other person was a 3-5. The 4-5 guy was a big server, tall dude, hard to lob, solid game overall. And then the women's player was a solid baseline grinder. So unfortunately I was not able to record any matches at all this weekend, just because the directors just had too much on their plate and they couldn't go through the proper approval process. So yeah, unfortunately we weren't able to record that match. Unfortunately, the environment was nice. There's a seating area that's not windowed, so that means spectators and players can interact without like a window, without any reduction of noise, so you can hear whatever they're saying up there. So I prefer that. I prefer to interact with the spectators, get them involved, because they're here to come watch our matches too. So special shout out to Barry and to the Northern Illinois team, and to Greg from our 9-0 team for coming to watch us play. I could hear them cheering and really wanting us to win, so we really appreciate that, guys. Barry, if you know Barry, he actually came out to watch our matches at the Tri-Level Nationals, so he's no stranger of cheering us on. He's a big supporter of us, so we really appreciate Barry for all the cheering. So for me, I love it when spectators are able to watch without the window, so that we can interact. When I say interact, I don't mean by coaching, but I more mean cheering. I can hear them cheer, and I like yelling at my team in a positive way. If I win a good point, I'll give a fist bump to my team, yell come ons, and then just try to get them involved too. And hearing them cheer us all on and scream was a definitely big motivator for me, especially. I grew up in that kind of setting, so I always, the bigger the crowd, the bigger the point, the bigger the moment, I definitely suck it all in and take advantage of it. So but yeah, back to our tennis. I thought Michelle and I were playing pretty well. Michelle's come up with some unbelievable passing shots, and for me, I'm used to returning against big servers, so playing against the 4-5 guy, I was definitely motivated to. I felt more inspired and motivated to play this match, just because I know what I was going into. Big server, so I thought I was returning pretty well, but from both the men and the 4-5 and the 3-5. I definitely felt like I could see where the ball is. I definitely felt where the ball was going. So it was definitely a good day of returning and, just feeling where the ball is going. I felt like I was in control of where the ball was going to go and where to land most of the time. And, yeah, we were able to win that match 6-4, 6-4. In the second set, we were actually up 5-1, but they started making a comeback and kind of getting a resurrection, if that's even the right word. But we were able to keep both of those sets on my serve, so we were just up a break. But yeah, unfortunately, even though we won my match, I think we were the first one off. The other two courts weren't as lucky. They definitely had a lot of tough moments, a lot of tough points that could have gone either way. It just so happens that we've unfortunately had to have the bad luck today. With that being said, the other two courts went to the third set super tiebreaker, and both courts lost those, unfortunately. So that means Mid-South has won the tournament, and they're moving on to sectionals at the end of the month over at South Bend, Indiana. Yeah, honestly though, this match was super close, that it could have gone either way. It's just a shame that I just couldn't record the matches, just because the atmosphere, it was just amazing to play in that. Just getting the crowd involved, getting support from them is something that I don't take for granted. So, it's definitely a special moment, but it is what it is. You can't win every match, so, this time was just bad luck. So, unfortunately for the 8-0 team, this is it for the season. We just started a new season today, actually. We had a new league match, and we were able to win that pretty close as well. But yeah, with that being said though, most of us are still going to sectionals at the end of the month, just because we're on either the 9-0 or the 7-0 teams. The majority of us are still going to go to South Bend, Indiana, and compete in those matches. I'll keep you guys updated. I'll probably wrap this up in one vlog, probably. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll catch you guys later. Hey guys, it's now Sunday. It's the night of post-sectionals, our sectional tournament. And this weekend, we traveled to South Bend, Indiana for our 9-0 mixed doubles. After we won our regionals, we advanced straight to sectionals. We didn't have to play state. This weekend went by really quick, really fast. I didn't get a chance to really record everything, just because everything was just went in a blur. Friday, so the tournament started on Friday, and that was September 30th. So for me personally, I had to come in really late to Indiana, to the Airbnb where most of our team and the other 7-0 mixed doubles Japanese team was also staying at. Personally, as an accountant, I had to work not only overtime, but it's quarter end, month end, half year end for us, so it's even more hectic, even more busy. And I think I stayed around until 7, which is 2 hours more than my usual standard 5 o'clock office working hours. And I had to just drive straight from there, Illinois, to Indiana. And I was hoping that traffic wouldn't be bad, but with all the construction that's been going on in the Midwest during this time, it was very difficult to stay patient, because if there's a lot of traffic, you're constantly stopped, and it took longer than what it usually does when you're driving there. So but fortunately, I was able to get there by I think around like 10:30 at night, and mostly everyone was still awake. We were just having a bonding time, and had a bonfire, which is very nice, actually. I definitely appreciate those kind of nights. And our first round was actually at 4:30 p.m. So that means I sat out just because I was working. I couldn't come to the site. But we played Michigan. We're representing Illinois. First round we played Michigan, and unfortunately, we lost that match 1-2. I'm sure a lot of the players on our team are very bitter, just because that deciding court had, if I'm not mistaken, a couple match points. So we could have won that match, but unfortunately, we dropped that. And it's part of tennis, part of sport. Things like that happen. So we were off to a challenging start. So, and then Saturday we played 2 matches. We played against Wisconsin and Indiana, I believe. The first match was in the morning at around 9:30 against Indiana. I sat out for that match as well. The captain wanted to go with a different lineup, so I understood. That's fine, and we were able to win that match by a score of 2-1. And then an hour or two later, we played against Wisconsin, and they put me at number 3 doubles, and with Sarah. And I thought, I felt like we had like a slower start. I definitely feel like I'm getting rusty a little bit just because I'm not traveling and competing anymore and practicing as much. And I'll be honest, I know Ayano, if you're watching this, I'm sorry you're gonna get mad at me, but I legit didn't hold a racket for like a good week or two since my 7-5 league match. But fortunately, we were able to come out on top as a team. We won 3-0. Every single court won. And then Sarah and I were able to win my match. I believe it was 6-3, 7-5. This is also the match where I debuted my one-handed backhand again, and this background context, I had no practice with it before this match, but I did have that one-hander throughout my high school career at the beginning, so it's not like I'm completely new to the one-handed backhand. I've used it before, and I'm very happy that it worked out really well for this match. So I was hitting some good winners off of it right away, and there's one particular shot that I hit cross court on the opponent's serve break point and hit a good winner off of that, so I'm really proud with that one. Special shout out to Emmerich and Madison, who we lost to their team in the 8-0 final for the state playoffs. Emmerich and Madison were playing courtside right next to us alongside our 9-0 team, and getting to cheer them on and getting them involved with all the cheering was a lot of fun, and having them cheer for us and us for them. It was a good experience, and always a pleasure to play in that kind of atmosphere. We won both of our matches as a team, and so did Michigan. So, it's coming down to the wire. The format is a round robin, so it is entirely based off if you win every single match you win, or if every team if there's like a multi-way tie for first place, then the tournament looks at the individual matches won, sets won, games won and lost, stuff like that. And we'll be honest, coming into the last day, coming into today, we were kind of grim. We didn't want to get our hopes up just because Michigan was just playing super well. They were playing out of their minds from what I've seen and noticed, and they just have a lot of good players, and the camaraderie that they have for each other was pretty solid. And we played against the Ohio team this morning, and we were able to win that match 2-1. All matches were pretty close. 2 of the 3 matches went to third set super tiebreakers. One of them was at 10-8 that we took, so that was pretty good. So at this point, when we won, we were leading first place, but Michigan had to play their final match, and the team and we stuck around to watch until just to watch a little bit. Once Michigan took one of the matches, but in straight sets, a lot of us just started going home, kind of, expected Michigan just to win the whole thing, and we left, grabbed lunch, and, just fellowship and to relax. And then, in the group chat, it seems like one of us found out that Michigan actually lost to Indiana, so, Indiana knew that, they needed to win for for us, Illinois, to have a chance. So, you know, at the time of recording this video, we still don't know who won the tournament. So going into this week, I think is when we find out the results. But as of right now, Michigan and Illinois are tied. So we have to have, I don't know who reviews the overall setting, but it seems like the USTA will need to look at, you know, individual stats, so to decide who's the winner. So from what we can see, Illinois, we are in a good position, but I don't know. I think they said something along the lines of they need to look at head-to-head, like Illinois and Michigan stack up against each other, and to see the stats from there, and you know, to decide the winner. But yeah, as of right now, we don't know who the actual winner is at the time of recording this video, but I think we like our chances. It's like the skin of our teeth right now, but I like our chances. I want to see, you know, if we can get this, and I'll update you guys if we do or don't. So, but yeah, Indiana, special shout out to Indiana really for pulling up this upset and giving us this, at least a sliver of hope. So, gonna get some sleep now. Gotta wake up early for work, and hope for the best.